Greg.
And I'm Billy.
Together we're the Fuji guys.
Fuji guys.
Welcome to this first look of the S200EXR. In this video, Billy's going to take you through the front, the back, the side, the bottom of this camera and basically point out all the buttons and tell you what they do basically. So Billy, take her away.
Okay. Very cool little camera. A lot of features on it. So I may have to talk a little bit quicker in terms of showing you where everything is. Of course, if you take a look at the front view, you have the manual zooming lens, which is great. Gives you that SLR look feel. It's a 30mm lens, goes all the way to about 436mm. Right in the front, you'll notice there's actually a lens thread, which allows you to attach filters and adapters on. And it's a standard filter. If we look right in the front, it just tells you it's a 67mm filter. Off at any store, you can pick one up for, and I do recommend putting in, a UV filter or even a polarizer.
To protect that lens, because that's a big lens. A lot of glass at the front there.
Optical image stabilized lens as well, so it's always good to have. What you'll notice too, right there is a manual focusing ring. So when you do switch the camera to the manual focus mode, you can manually focus with the camera itself. But in the front, you also see there's an AF assist lamp right in the front there. It also acts as a self timer indicator that after 5 seconds it starts blinking down. Okay, so how do we know this is an EXR camera? A nice little logo right there in gold. It says EXR technology. Award-winning, great for low light. That is quickly the front view. If we take a look at the side of the camera, you'll see there's more buttons right here. The first buttons you'll see is the flash button near the top, which pops the flash open. Okay. You have the little strap adapter that is on both sides of the camera and allows you to put that shoulder strap for the camera so you don't drop it. You have the continuous shooting button, which is a quick access button, and you hold that button down normally with the command dial and allows you to quickly change features. And that command dial will come in very handy, so I'll talk about that in a second. You have the white balance button, again, quick access to that. In there, you also have the focusing mechanism where from manual focus, single focus, continual autofocus, and in manual focus, there's actually a button in the middle of this dial where you can push it and it gives you an instant autofocus. So then you can manually adjust it from that point on.
Fine-tune it from there, yeah.
Which
that saves you a lot of time.
You have the speakers on the side as well, and there's a little tab here that comes off, and it's great. It's locked into the camera. It doesn't fall off. There you'll find the AC adapter connector, and it's just really to power the camera. It's not to charge the camera whatsoever. There's an audio-video connector on the side, and there's also a USB cable as well on the side of the camera. So that's taking a quick look. Let's take a look at the other side of the camera. So on the other side, you have that again, that strap that we talked about earlier. That little door that flips out, and this is where you put the memory card in. It takes the SD, HD memory cards. Very standard to have. Let's take a quick look at the bottom now. Just want to go through a few things. The tripod mount is just right in the middle of the lens. This is perfect because it gives you that perfect balance. Again, it's a nice metal tripod mount, so again, you're not going to ruin the threads if it's a plastic thing. The little
so
body
that's
cover.
important when you have a heavier camera like this to make sure you check that it's got a metal tripod socket.
Slide it up, flips open. This is where the rechargeable batteries go into, and misplaced it just a second ago. So I think you have one right there for me.
I do indeed.
Perfect.
There you go.
So there you go. Battery goes in like that. It can only go one way. It can't go the other way. Again, it will get stuck at a point. So when it's snapped in, you'll hear it, and the battery should not fall off. Okay? We'll snap that in place. So that's really a quick look at the bottom view. If we take a look now at the top of the camera, you'll see there's a few dials. First of all, the on and off switch, you turn it on, you turn it off. This is where the shutter button is. Again, it's a dual stage shutter button. Push halfway down to pre-focus and expose, all the way down to take the picture. You have the ISO quick access button. You have the exposure compensation button. You have the mode dials that switches from manual mode to automatic mode to EXR auto mode to video modes. Everything you can get from there. And you have the command dial, which is sort of like the quick access button on an SLR, where you can adjust things like aperture and shutter. Anytime you hold any quick access button, you can dial that in and quickly switch to settings.
And of course, you'll see that in the viewfinder as well, right?
That's right. Yeah. Everything you see is on the viewfinder. Right on top is the hot shoe to attach an external flash to give you more power. when that flash you think is not strong enough. There's a microphone on the top as well. Okay, so that's a quick little top view. Taking a looking at the back, we have the electronic viewfinder. There's a diopter adjustment. So again, you can take your glasses off and make it more comfortable to hold that camera. A nice large LCD screen. And then we have the standard buttons that we have in most Fuji digital cameras. The directional pads, which gives you access to things like flash, macro, self-timer. There's a playback button to playback images. Again, you have the display button, face detection button, and then the electronic viewfinder LCD button. So you can switch between the electronic viewfinder or the larger LCD screen if you want to take pictures like that, and it's a lot more easier to see when you need to take up maybe close-up shots.
I would say, just as a tip to most people, because this camera is rather large and also because it has a fairly strong telephoto lens, try to use the electronic viewfinder as much as possible. It'll give you a much steadier hold on the camera. You'll more than likely get a clearer picture because of it somehow. And it's easier to see when you're outdoors as well.
So that's that quick look. There's so much features on this camera that I can't really talk in detail about. But again, you can look at the manuals, but not necessarily. Anytime you push a button with the Fuji camera, it'll come up with a little help screen to tell you exactly what that feature you're turning on is.
I think that's important to know, because a lot of cameras that are intimidating or could be intimidating like this because they've got so many bells and whistles. Don't forget that every Fuji camera, every time you switch a button or press something, a description of what you've done comes right up in the large LCD screen there, giving you kind of an onboard help as well. You've got the Fuji guys' videos to help you, and of course there's the good old-fashioned manual that comes with it as well. So come back for our next video. We're going to go through some advanced features with this fantastic S200EXR camera. Until then, I am Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And together we're the Fuji guys.
Fuji guys.